2 more senior Russian military and intelligence figures have been killed, bringing yet more woe to Vladimir Putin as Ukraine's armed forces drive deeper into the eastern Donbass region to liberate more occupied territory. The first, Alexei Nagin, was a highly respected commander in the infamous PMC Wagner Group, a private army headed by close Putin ally Yevgeny Prigozhin, which has been instrumental in supporting Russia's invasion. Nagin, a 3-time Order of Courage recipient, was killed on September 20 as Ukrainian troops advanced further into the Donetsk and repelled Russian forces. Meanwhile, in the southern Kherson region, Colonel Alexei Katerinachev, a career FSB Secret Service officer and deputy head of Russia's occupying forces in Kherson, was hit in a pinpoint strike by a HIMARS missile today, according to a Russian news agency report. Katerinachev was a veteran of more than 20 counter-terrorist operations and a key architect of Russian operations in southern Ukraine. The deaths of such esteemed military personnel just 10 days apart underscores the frailty of Putin's military operation, even as the warmongering Russian president today signed agreements formally incorporating the Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhia and Kherson regions into the Russian Federation. Zaporizhia and Kherson are only partially controlled by Russia, while Putin's troops in the key city of Lyman in the northern Donetsk have been almost completely surrounded by Ukrainian forces in the latest counter-offensive. The death of Nagin represents a significant blow for PMC Wagner, who posthumously awarded the veteran combatant their Platinum Star Award. Nagin was a distinguished soldier, having seen combat in Chechnya and Georgia with the Russian army before signing a contract with PMC Wagner as a mercenary and deploying to both Syria and Libya. He was also posthumously granted the title of Hero of Russia, and was designated the hero of both the so-called Luhansk and Donetsk People's Republics. Katerinachev meanwhile held the position of first deputy chairman of the Moscow-installed Kherson Civil Military Administration, effectively making him the second in command of the partially occupied region. Russia today completed its plan to formally annex huge swaths of Ukrainian territory as Putin signed an official decree recognizing the incorporation of Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhia and Kherson into the Russian Federation. The president was pictured celebrating in Moscow today after signing the papers along with the pro-Russian heads of each partially controlled area, where sham referenda were held in a pathetic attempt to legitimize the annexation. But the seemingly jubilant scene in the Russian capital belied the despairing situation confronting many of Putin's troops tasked with holding the freshly annexed territories. Several Russian units currently find themselves trapped in the city of Lyman in northern Donetsk, with Ukrainian forces encircling their positions and only a slim spit of land through which to retreat deeper into Donetsk. Moscow's soldiers spent weeks and suffered considerable losses amid their attempt to take Lyman back in the spring. DPR leader Denis Pushilin this morning confirmed that several settlements close to Lyman had been attacked by Ukrainian troops, hours before he met with Putin for annexation celebrations. Friends, the news about Lyman is disturbing. The Ukrainian military is trying its best to somehow overshadow a historical event for us, Pushilin said. Svatovo is under our control but is under fire periodically. Yampol and Drobyshevo are not fully controlled by us. Our guys are fighting, we are pulling up reserves, we must hold out, but the enemy has also committed serious force. Very unpleasant news, but we must look soberly at the situation and draw conclusions from our mistakes. We'll cope with everything. The pro-Russian Telegram channel Rybar said that, the boiler around Lyman has almost completely closed. If emergency measures are not taken in the near future to unblock Lyman and transfer a significant part of the reserves, then the city, together with its defenders, will fall, Rybar wrote, while military correspondent of pro-Kremlin newspaper, Komsomolskaya Pravda, Alexander Kots said the situation was critical. On Thursday, Russian TV presenter Vladimir Solovyov, nicknamed Putin's Voice, because of his staunchly nationalist views, admitted, the whole West is starting to mock us, following Russian military defeats in Ukraine. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button so you can be alerted to our next video. We'll see you again soon on Warzone.